My group and I study a disease called age-related macular degeneration. It is, as you mentioned, one of the leading causes of blindness worldwide. But on an individual level, when it robs people of the very way in which they can live their daily lives, being able to recognize their grandchildren, being able to drive, being able to do the simplest of tasks that they used to take for granted, that inability to do so, the devastation that occurs on an individual level, is equally dramatic. And so that's something that drives me every day. This is probably the most exciting discovery that we made in the last dozen years in my group. We all know that we get DNA from our parents, and the vast majority of it is in the nucleus, in the chromosomes. But it's also commonly known there's a small amount of DNA in the mitochondria, so-called mitochondrial DNA, which we inherit from our mothers. What we have discovered is there is yet another type of DNA that's not in the chromosomes and it's not in the mitochondria, and it seems to be as abundant as the mitochondrial DNA, and it seems to be playing some very interesting and important functions in the cell and in the organism. It has the potential for opening entirely new doors, not only in biological understanding, but also in the understanding of various diseases, so for medicine at large. In particular, we found that there's an abundant amount of this third type of DNA in diseases like macular degeneration. So we think that they may be playing an important role in the development of this disease, as well as other neurological conditions that are associated with aging. The dry form of macular degeneration, which affects some 80 to 90% of people with this condition, currently has no treatments at all, and people have a slow but inexorable progression of their vision loss to the point where more than 1 million Americans today suffer from blindness due to dry macular degeneration. So we found a drug, a class of drugs that actually can, we think, stop the progression of the dry form of macular degeneration. And we're working with a biotech company to initiate a phase 1 clinical trial to actually test that hypothesis. So we're very excited by the fact that we can transform this basic discovery into a potential new treatment for a currently unmet medical need. Well, my hope as a group for this research that we do in macular degeneration is to put ourselves out of business. What we're interested in is developing treatments that make blindness from macular degeneration a thing of the past. So we're in this to actually solve this problem in its entirety. So with the fantastic team that I've been fortunate to assemble, a team of some 20 postdoc fellows, students, and scientific analysts, we hope that with some serendipity that we'll get there in the not too distant future.